Oh, hi. This is so weird. I've never done a live on YouTube before. Hi. Hi. Someone, equestrian. The comments have gone. Can I stop them? Oh yeah, I can. RIB_equestrian. Hey. Hi, Julia. Hey, just another chestnut. Hi, Grace. Hey, Sophie. Hi, Georgina. Hey, Millie. Oh my gosh, they're going so fast now. This is not like Instagram. Does it tell you how many? Oh yeah, there we go. That's how many people are there. Oh, hi guys. How old am I? I am 19 years old. Love your videos, thank you. How is your mini? Okay, so yesterday I didn't upload because we were busy with one of the minis who wasn't very well. And basically we think she has an eye infection. But she was acting very colicky. We think she has an eye infection, but she was acting very colicky yesterday, so I was a bit worried about her. So that's why I didn't get enough footage to upload. Was Nero expensive? Yes, but I'm not going to tell you guys how much he was. Hi, oh my god, hi. When did you... I'm so useless at this. The comments disappear, guys. So when did I start riding? I started riding when I was about 3, but then I stopped when I was 5, and basically, yeah, started again when I was 9, and haven't stopped since. Although some days you feel like it. Ooh. I'm so useless at this on YouTube. Your channel is the best. Oh, thank you. I mean, it's not, but thanks. You inspire me a lot. I never understand why people say that I inspire them. Obviously, I'm very grateful, but like, I never understand it, but thank you. You are my fave Vlogmas. Oh, thank you. Do you have a job? Technically, I am a qualified coach, so that is my job, and I do teach from time to time, but I haven't done much of it at the moment. So I'm pretty free for the moment. I show jump and you are an idol. Aww, thank you. Julia says, screw my awful Wi-Fi. Oh, I know the feeling, Julia, I know the feeling. Hi, big fan, love Neens. Oh, thank you. He is a dude. Everyone loves Neens. He's my favourite, just don't tell the others. Yeah, who's your favourite pony? Nero, definitely, but don't tell the others. What breed is Nero? So he is a Welsh D crossed with a Frisian. And I think I can see, personally, a lot more Frisian in him than I can Welsh D, but maybe that's just me. I saw you at Port Royal the other week. Oh, was that with Vanti? He was a dude that day, apart from his loading. He was a sod. You're so inspirational. Please don't get like the other YouTubers that are really cocky and stuff, because that is what makes you so amazing. Love your channel so much. Aw, Holly, thank you. Don't worry, I'm not very cocky. I'm too like, I feel like a lot of other YouTubers actually know how to like work YouTube and like work their editors and stuff, and I really don't, so I'm always going to be apologising for my terrible content, don't worry. I would actually love a lesson off you. Oh, well, you're welcome to. What show jumping classes are there for horses for an under 16, under 18? So I'm pretty sure there are like age classes, you know, for people in at that age. You've got your under 21s, your under 23s and stuff. I know there's an under 23 Olympia. And there's obviously like nationals, there's an under 16 and under 18 and an under 21, I think. Don't quote me on that. What's the biggest horse you've ridden? I think the biggest horse I've ridden is about 17.2, but yeah. I love Nero, he's so pretty. He is gorgeous. Every time my uncle sees him, he always says that he's the prettiest horse he's ever seen. What are you doing with Vanti? So we got Vanti like for a bit of fun and as a possible project to sell. So I don't know. Like I have grown quite attached to him though, to be honest. He's quite cute, but I know that if I keep him, I'll never get anything else to buy and sell because I'll have proved to myself that I am not capable of doing it. So who knows? If I found the right person for him, then yeah, I would let him go, but it's so difficult. What's the difference between Hoy's and Olympia? So Hoy's is in October and it's like the world's biggest horse show. Olympia is like the Christmassy kind of version. There's sort of more international classes there and, you know, less big finals. Where are you based? So I'm in North Yorkshire currently. Who's your favourite equestrian at the moment? Oh, that's a difficult one. It changes like constantly. Favourite like equestrian YouTubers. I love Ali, Ali. I love Lauren, Eddie's Gun. And Holly Lenahan, she's great. And they're all doing Vlogmas at the moment, you guys. So if you need another Vlogmas to watch. When are you going to meet up with Pony Nuts again? So we are planning a meetup currently for all four of us again. But obviously we won't announce it until it's all sort of confirmed, all the dates and stuff. Can I come up to Yorkshire for a meetup? I'm friends with Nikki Welsh. Of course you can. Bring Nikki with you. Poor Nikki. Can't believe she's broken her foot as well now. Are you going to Olympia? I'm not going to Olympia this year, unfortunately, no. I'd love to become your groom for shows. I don't live that far away. I'm based in Hull. Well, you're always welcome. Are you going to Liverpool Horse Show? I'm not sure yet, but I will let you guys know when I know. What happened to Evie? So Evie has several deep digital flexor tendon tears in her front feet, several between her front feet, and they're not really severe, but they're like minor deep digital flexor tears. So she is having time off for that, but she should be pretty much healed by now, to be fair. She's had like 8 months. Where are you based and how can I get in contact? So if you head over to my Instagram, there's an email that you can email me on to get in contact, and I am based in North Yorkshire. I fell off a 17.3 yesterday, ouch. That must have hurt. What happened to Bob, if you don't mind me asking? So I get this question a lot, because like, especially with new followers, obviously, because they don't know, like it was a long time ago that I mentioned his story. So Bob, basically, I was lunging him before we had the arena, so we were lunging in the field, and he is very spooky, so he basically spooked at something, still don't know what, and then pulled me over on the lunge and bolted with the lunge line trailing behind him, and so he kept spooking at the lunge line, obviously, then. So he just kept on going, jumped through 6 paddock fences, and, like, rubbed his hock on one, and just got this, like, they're not really sure what happened, to be honest, but something happened with his hock. What do you use to edit? I really want to edit like you. So I use an editor called Coral Video Studio Pro X9. Bit of a mouthful. Have you been to the Great Yorkshire Show? Surprisingly, I have not, no. Are you going to Olympia? No, not this year. Am I going to Burley? I might be, I'm not sure. I want to go to a few more events like that next year. I want to actually try and plan some meetups at some point because they're requested quite a lot, and I feel like over the last year my social media has sort of gone mental. I never thought it would be like this, and I get a lot of people asking if I'm going places, if they can meet me and stuff, so, and I'd like to start travelling and going to some fun shows and stuff, because it gets really stressful through the year, just like planning shows and things like that, so hopefully I'll be at places like Burley and Badminton and things like that, so fingers crossed. When walking a BS senior course, how many human paces do you do for horse stride? So you do 4 of your paces, for every 1 horse stride. So if you're walking a 1-strided double, you would do 8 paces altogether, because you do 2 for landing from the first bit, then 4 for your 1 stride, and then 2 for takeoff for your next bit. What horse riders do you know from YouTube? So I used to not know many at all, and I always find it really surreal now to think that, like I always say that I think you can be friends with anyone off the internet. I'm friends with a lot of people who have a similar following, and then people that don't have hardly any. I don't think it matters at all how many followers you are as to how you can speak to someone. But I do think it's helped with some people. I think it makes it easier to approach people. That's the way I'd put it. Like with more of a following. Like, for example, when I first started on YouTube, like Ali and people like that, Ali, Lauren, were my absolute idols. They still are, to be honest. And I never ever thought that I'd ever be able to speak to them at all. And now they're sort of, you know, especially Ali, I've talked to on a regular basis sometimes and stuff. And it's really strange to think that these people that I never in my wildest dreams would have even thought would have said hi to me are like messaging me. So I always find that really strange. But yeah, I know Ali, Lauren, obviously I haven't met them in person yet, but hopefully I will one day. Ali, Lauren, Holly, these are just people I've spoken to. Gracie, Lilly, Jess, my friend Charlie, who I met off YouTube as well. Rosie, who was a YouTuber anyway, who's actually my most recent video as well. Who else? I feel really bad because I've probably missed out loads of really nice people. I know Alex, I have a friend called Alex, she's on YouTube as well. And I've spoken, Esme, I love Esme, she's great. Do you have any advice for a horse which bolts at jumps and refuses at the last minute? So if they're able to run away from you, then they're going to be able to refuse. It's all like a control sort of thing. So maybe try an approach in trot and sort of don't let them go too far away. So don't go too far up your school and like make them trot over it, or let them canter just in the last couple of strides and keep it small, make it really confidence buildy. And once you've worked on that and you've got a little bit more control, then grid work's a great thing for confidence. What horse or riders do you know from New Zealand? New Zealand. My geography is terrible. New Zealand, is that where like Alicia Burton is? Is that, I don't know. How many horses have you ever ridden? Probably a lot, but I don't keep track, to be honest. At the moment, I'm currently riding 5 a day. I have a project to do in England, but I don't care if this is you or... Are the horses on your land or yours? Yes, they are. Which is kind of crazy, really. 17. What is your dream job? So I'd love to just ride for someone. That would definitely be my dream job. I'd ride for someone and compete their horses. But that's never gonna happen. So for now, I will make do with living off nothing and, you know, eating magnums for a living. How do you sit buck so well? I have been having some bronching problems, and I keep dying. Don't die. Any tips? So make sure you're sitting nice and tall in your body, and if you have a pony that puts its head, or pony or horse that sticks its head down, make sure you don't let it get its head too far down. Yeah, pretty much. Hope for the best, pray. I don't know. Do a lot of sitting trot, core strength building. If the more core strength you have, the easier it will be to sit stuff. Are you going to BS Nationals next year? Yes. Is Nero retired? Yeah, he's still ridden, but he's retired from jumping, yes. Can you give me any advice to jumping, as I have bought a brilliant jumper, but the only thing is that he's really scared of jumping, but when he does jump, he's absolutely gorgeous. So, like I said to a previous question, grid work is really good for confidence building, so if you keep it small and maybe approach in trot and just let them find the canter themselves in the middle, that's really good for their confidence. Will you be bringing Evie back to work and jumping start jumping bigger classes. So I'm hoping Harriet will up her game soon and jump the bigger classes. Evie will not jump bigger classes again, as it would be too risky with her injury. So I'm debating next year either putting her in foal or bringing her back into work. Currently I'm more tempted to bring her back into work because I only have Harriet to compete at the moment, so it would mean that I'd have Evie to take out with me as well, which would be great. But yeah. I'm dying. Collab with this Esme. I would love to. I think she's on her gap year next year, so she's going to come up and meet me next summer, which would be really cool. Do you know Lilly Equestrian? Yes, I do. My pony spooked her pheasant today that bolted really far. Did a classic kneen, but I'm not as good as you, so I nearly fell. Well, at least you didn't fall, and I'm sure you're not as bad as you think you are. How many times have you rode down in Scotland? Scotland is actually up from where we are. But 4, I think? 4 or 5 times now? Do you like this Esme? Yes, I love her. I think she's really nice. And I think her videos are incredible. Like, how does she edit that good? I swear to God. How did you get to be friends with Lilly and Gracie? So, like, we'd spoken on and off a few times. I thought, like, I sort of knew... I'd spoken to Lilly the most, and I did, like, a live with her on Instagram at one point. So I messaged her one day and said, like... But I'd spoken to Gracie and Jess on and off. Just, like, little messages here and there. And I said to Lilly if she'd like to come up and visit me at some point, and she said yes. And I asked if there was anyone else that she'd like to come with her, and she mentioned Gracie and Jess, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, and I've spoken to them before as well. So we all started messaging in a group chat, and yeah, got to know each other from there. But in the end, it made more sense for me to go and visit Gracie, and we all went to Gracie's first, which was amazing, and they're all so lovely. Can you do a Vlogmas of different show jumping exercises with strides and everything for different purposes? That would be a really good Vlogmas. Thank you for the idea. Yeah, I will try and do something like that. What's the highest you've jumped? I have jumped 165 clear. Ali has a horse at a yard 10 minutes down from my room. Her friend taught me how to ride. That's so cool. I need to come see Ali at some point. Do you watch Holly Lenhan? Why do I always call her Lenahan? Something wrong with me. But yeah, I do watch Holly. I love Holly. I need to go visit Holly and Ali at some point. I loved your second last Vlogmas of you reacting to your showjumping fails. It was hilarious. I need to do a part 2 with that. Collab with this Esme. I think Esme has better things to do than collab with me. But Esme, if you're watching and you want to collab, 3 people have now requested it. I think that is worth your time travelling like 9 hours up to North Yorkshire to film a video with me. So I think you should do that. Is Nero retired? Yes, he is now retired, but he still hacks and stuff. Guys, chill with the collab requests. When is your Meet My Horses Vlogmas going to be up? It is going to be up tomorrow. We've had a really stressful couple of days. It's been really difficult to upload. That's why I thought I would do this live this evening. By the way, guys, thank you for joining. There's more viewers here than ever been on my Instagram, so thanks. Thanks for your advice, because my pony, which is my first pony, does that all the time. Oh. You're welcome. Do you want to go to the Olympics in the future? Oh my god, that would be a dream. But I think I'd probably be about a millionth on the list. You know, so a million top show jumpers would have to be like off work for me to be considered. But I mean, you know, it could happen. Yeah. I don't think I'm quite at that level yet, but I would love to, yeah. Who's your show jumping idol? Oh, that's a difficult one. I love Nick Skelton. He's retired now. Who else? Harry Charles is great, just because I think, because he's so young and he's doing so well, I think it's great that we're seeing some like young riders come into the top level now. It gives some hope. Well, in a way it gives me hope, and in a way it makes me sad because he's a year younger than me and I'm currently, you know, riding Harriet. So you may say one of us is doing better than the other. Oh, my pony is on loan to Hannah. We're Bella's pony. Oh, sweet little pony. How would you stride out a double for a small strided 14-1? Loving the Vlogmas. So for a small strided 14-1, so pony strides are normally 3 of your strides. It's the phone. Somebody answer the phone. No one's gonna answer the phone. Seriously. Oh, it's gone off. Yay. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to hold the camera now. What is happening with this phone? Hang on, can I flip it? Oh. Okay, no, I can't flip it. This is really awkward. I should have started this the other way around because it's awkward for me to do this. What was I just like? Do you get annoyed when Harry won't load? Yes. Yeah, I get really annoyed. She's really annoying. Can you do a trying pony games video? Okay, so the only one I could try pony games on, I suppose I could do it on Dreamer, but is Vanti really? And Vanti's not very like energetic and fast, so don't know how that would go, but you know. How does horse riding become your job? So a lot of people ride for a living, so basically you get very good at riding, go out and get some results under your belt, and then someone hires you to ride their horses. And some people get to compete as well. It depends on what your job like title is, I guess. Yeah, as I said, some people get to compete and others just school for people at home. If you could keep one of your equine pets, if I could only keep one of my equine pets, who would you keep? That's such a difficult question to answer. Oh yeah, the pony games question. So yeah, it would have to be on Vanti, and Vanti's pretty slow and boring, so yeah. Where did you get your hoodie from? Oh, this is an Aztec Diamond hoodie. It makes me cry that there are 5-year-olds with a better ec than me. Literally me. I go to a show and I see like a junior rider riding like insane, and I'm like, great, thanks for that. Who's your favourite Shetland? Oh, Macy. I love my little Macy. She's my baby. How do you overcome confidence when it comes to people watching you ride? I have a very low confidence. I hate it when people watch me. I'm getting better at it though. Any tips? So I think you've just got to be confident in yourself and sort of accept that they're not judging you like you think they are, or maybe they are. I don't know. That's really bad advice. So yeah. That was such bad advice. Oh well, we're moving on. We're pretending it didn't happen. How old are your horses? Is Ziggy gone? No, Ziggy is still here, and they're all different ages. Bob is 14, Harry is 6, Madge is 14, Evie's 11, Nero is 18, Ziggy's 17, Vanti's 9? I think Vanti's 9. Dreamer's 16, and the Shetties are all various different ages. How many Shetlands do you have? I have 6. Where are you based in North Yorkshire? Not Stocky though. I think I'm based near you. So we are based, I'll just say we're based an hour from York. I don't want people stalking me. How's Harriet getting on with loading? Terrible, absolutely terrible, abysmal, yeah. But this guy is coming out on Monday to help me load her again, so. Out of all the equine YouTubers, who don't you like? Ooh, that's a bit bitchy, isn't it? There's no one that I outright don't like. But I don't know. No one that I really don't like, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Best and worst moments with all your horses' ponies. So Harry's worst moments is a very long list, but her loading has to be the worst. Best moment, she jumped 2 treble clears first attempt and qualified for nationals in 2 different classes, and she had she got into the jump off in one of her nationals classes and had the fastest time, so I was very pleased. Oh, it's so bitchy, isn't it? Out of all the equine YouTubers, who is your least favourite? That one, I felt that. I'm just gonna say me. Don't like myself very much. What camera do you use? It's so great quality. So I have 5 cameras in total, I think. Yeah. I have my Nikon, which is what I use to film rounds, and apart from in my Vlogmas, I didn't use it to film that round. But what I normally use to film rounds is my Nikon. I have a Canon that I use for my sit-down videos, so like my Halloween pumpkin carving video, that's on my Canon. Then I have a GoPro, which I don't use very regularly. I have the drone, which you guys will see in a couple of days, because I'm doing a Come Fly With Me Vlogmas, where I'm doing a drone video. What else? Oh, and then I have my vlogging camera, which is a little compact, I don't know what make it is, but it's alright. Second time, Holly Smith's yard was teaching. That's cool. Oh gosh, that's embarrassing. The second time I ever rode my pony was at Holly Smith's yard. She was teaching his old owner. I lost control and nearly ran into her horse. Oh, awkward. Holly's fab. How do you think I can progress? Because my pony jumps comfortably around 60 centimetres. But when we try and jump 80, she panics and throws me off. So I keep saying that grid work is really good. Yeah, I recommend grid work for anything like that, for confidence building things, placing poles, making it harder for you to miss, essentially. Any tips on how to get started on YouTube and social media? So I always say link all of them together. So like I put in my YouTube description, I always put like how to get to my Instagram and like Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that, because I think that if people do click on one of your videos, which is gonna get more frequent like as you grow as a channel, then they're gonna go into your description, and if they see your Instagram and they like you, then they're gonna go and follow you there hopefully and stuff. And I don't know, just linking things like that is such bad advice. I really don't know, you see. This is the thing. I don't know, because it's still a mystery to me why you guys are following me. I have no idea. So, yeah. Where did you get your account name from, Blob the Cob? So it was supposed to be Bob the Cob, because obviously I have a Welsh D cob called Bob. But the L was a typo, and it just kind of caught on, to be honest. Would you ever sell Vanity? Yes, to the right person, yeah. Who's your favourite equine YouTuber? Oh, I don't know. Favourite. I'm gonna say Ali, just because she's been like my idol since I first started YouTube. Like, me and my friends always used to sit down and watch her videos, and we were obsessed. But there are lots of YouTubers who I love. And they're all different YouTubers as well. Like, you can't really compare a lot of them. Like, you can't compare Ali with like Esme, because they're so different and they make such different videos. I admire Esme so much. She's so committed, because to put out content like she does and have it be amazing content all the time, I just think that's something that's so hard to do, and I don't know whether I could ever do it like she does. And the editing in her videos is insane. It's amazing. Most embarrassing fall. Okay, so we were at Addington once, and like I strutted in to this class. It was a winter day, and I strutted in like I owned the place, and I missed really badly at this upright, and Nero like went through it, and like he went to stop and then went to jump it, so it was really messy, and he just went through it. And then I turned a circle after, because the next bit was on a distance, went for the next oxer, and Nero had gone into like complete mental breakdown freak mode, so he jumped the next oxer like really weird, and I should have just been like, oh, you know what, he's lost it now, he's proper like lost his, you know, he's out of the zone now, he didn't want to do it, he just wants to go back in the stable, you know, this round's a disaster. But instead I was like, no, he's gonna do it. So I took him over the oxer, took him over the next oxer, both of which he jumped, like he jumped the second one slightly better, but still bad, and then came down this distance to a double, and he jumped in, and because he jumped in so like retardedly, he just landed and went, I don't think so, and I fell off into a plant pot, but I rode so horrendously that it was just like silence as I fell off, and everyone was looking at me like, are you going to Hoy's next year? Fingers crossed. Just a question, hoping to get these John Whittaker breeches for Christmas. Do you know what they are like? For example, if size 12 is big or size 10 is a bit small. So I think they come up pretty exact. I think I have a size 10. I'd have to check. I'm an 8 to 10, and I tend to like my breeches a little bit bigger. I like to be roomier in my clothes. I only really wear tight clothes in the summer, but that's just me. So, but the 10 fits me perfectly. I think they're so comfortable. So I just get whatever size you think will be most comfortable for you. I reckon an 8 would have fit me, but it would have been a lot tighter. So it's just up to you. How do you school on a hack, as I have to pay to use the arena? So schooling on hacks, it depends what your hacking is like. So with roads, if you have really quiet roads, you know, like country lane roads, and you know there's going to be no one coming, you can like leg yield across in walk. You can do a little bit of trot, but don't do too much trot. And don't leg yield across the roads in trot because they might fall over. But yeah, you can leg yield across the road in walk. If you have verges that you're allowed on, you can have a little trot on there. Maybe practice like shortening and lengthening in trot and stuff like that. I love hill work on hacks. If you have any decent hills to build up muscles, that's good. What size is your arena? My arena is 25 by 45 metres. If I make it on the Irish team to go to England, you should come and watch the teams play. Yes. Are you going to Olympia? No. Do you watch Holly Lenhan? Yes, I do. Can I buy Vanty? What's your opinion on Rayleigh Link 14? So, I don't know her very well. I've seen a couple of her videos. I'm not a massive fan of those kind of videos. I'm not a massive fan of her. I haven't really seen her enough to judge her at all. So it's really not a place. Literally, I've only seen a couple of her videos, but I just get the impression it is like, you know, her opinion on things, and often people's opinions can be very negative towards different things, and I just think it like steers younger viewers in the wrong direction, if that makes sense. Kind of like, it's like Jackmate, isn't it, on like normal, you know, like I say normal YouTubers, you know, like non-horsey mainstream YouTubers. There's like Jackmate, I actually like a little bit of his content, and then other bits I think that's a bit pointless, and like, you know, that could steer your viewers in the wrong direction and things. I think younger children are very impressionable, and I think you've got to be careful with what you say, because if younger children see you hating on someone, then they're going to think it's okay for them to hate on people, and not always for the right reasons. So you can end up with bullying unintentionally and things like that, and I just think you need to be really careful. But I'm not hating on her. I'm sure she's a lovely person and stuff, and yeah, as I said, I really can't judge her because I've only seen a couple of her videos. We all know Kate is bad at typing. Blob the Curve would have never been here without the typo, literally. Does it annoy you when people say bits? I guess you mean bits are abuse. I mean, yeah, it's not, I don't think they're abuse at all. It annoys me, but one of the most annoying things I find about, one of my biggest pet peeves is where people are like, it's not natural for horses to like wear bits, or wear saddles, and like horses should be kept more naturally, and like when people do something with them and they're like, oh, that's because it's more natural for them, and like, yeah, it might be a little bit more natural, but there is nothing natural about what we do with horses. It's like, you know, getting on a horse is not natural. Horses having their feet done, their teeth done, their backs done, it's not natural at all. So I just feel like you've got to treat your horse how they have to be treated for the job that they're doing. You know, like our show jumpers, they get a lot of physio, they get their feet done, teeth done, saddles checked and stuff. Like, I think you can't have it best of every world, you know what I mean? Like, we don't put our show jumpers out through the winter because, you know, they get hand grazed and they get to run in the arena and they get ridden and things and they go on the walker, but because they're prone to injuries, you know, they can't have it every way for that matter, you know what I mean? Oh, I've just realised I've already gone like 5 minutes over. I will do another few minutes and then I will have to leave because then I get hooked and I will end up being here for hours. Can you do an all my horses video for Vlogmas, please? That is going to be up tomorrow, you guys, so yeah. I've never had breeches, but they do look really nice. Yeah, I love breeches. I love leggings, to be fair, as well, in the summer, but breeches in the winter. What breed is Harriet? She is a Dutch warm blood. What was the most successful loading technique, which you got the furthest with, that you tried with Harry? So when Harry was 4, she was a little bit sticky to load. And the lunge line was the most useful thing for her. Clipping it to one side of the lorry, walking it around and pulling it. That was really useful. Harry didn't respond well to, like, obviously we've tried everything. I'm not saying we just like whipped her up the butt or anything. But whips in general, she doesn't respond that well to. She's very stubborn and very sassy. So the more force you put there, the more she's just going to retaliate. So often it's more of a waiting game with Harriet than anything else. Have you done any in-hand showing? I haven't. I have with Shetlands, but not with a normal horse. My horse has linking stifle. Have you got any tips? So stifle injuries are the hardest to treat because it's such a complex part of the horse for vets to treat. There's a lot of supplements you can get for stuff like that, and the surgeries that they can do on the stifle area, but they are very complex. And yeah, Madge has a stifle injury and she's retired now, so I can't really give too much advice on that, but definitely listen to your vet. Should I try riding in Adidas leggings? I ride in my Adidas leggings, and I mean, I can ride in any leggings. I quite like leggings, so go for it. Can you do a Shetland Olympics, please? We're going to do a Shetland part 2 for the Shetty Games. How do you know what training to do to give your horses? How do you know what training to do? So I always just think when you're working with them, you know what their weaknesses and strengths are, and every horse is different. So like Harriet the other day, I did that jumping exercise that was in my vlog the other day because she wasn't picking up very well and she needed something to focus on, so I thought that might help her because my friend had recommended it to me and it was actually very good. So if you need a good jumping exercise for that, go check that out. But yeah, I just think you know with your horse what they need to work on, and then it's like up to you to find the right exercises and ask your like coaches and stuff. So yeah. Got any tips on how to get a 6-year-old into an outline? I can't do it. So everything we do with horses is pressure orientated. So positive pressure is removing pressure, so like taking your leg off, for example, and negative pressure is putting your leg on. So pressure is telling them to do something, or is telling them that they're doing something wrong. So if your horse is moving too slowly and you want them to move quicker, or push them up into your hands, you know, to get impulsion or whatever, you just need your leg on them. So you squeeze with your leg, you're putting pressure on their side and saying like, do something, and once they do it, you take the pressure off, and that's like their reward without you having to reward them. So I always think that, wait, what was the question? Getting into an outline. Okay, so I think you've got to get them to accept a contact. So I don't mean like rip their teeth out or anything, but just try asking them gently for a little bit of contact, and when they come onto the contact, or better yet, if they slightly dip their head, just relax your hand. Don't completely drop the rein, but just relax forward a little bit, and that is your pressure saying do something, and the horse will then sort of think like, oh, what do you want me to do? And they might dip their head down as sort of like a, is this where you're going? And then you sort of release and say, yeah, that's what I want you to do. And the horse, after a few times, will get quite quickly good at that. You'd be surprised because they get used to the positive and negative pressure reinforcements. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys at all, but that would be my advice. Do you have any advice on how to get your horse more forward going? So again, they need to accept the contact. Getting them impulsive with more impulsion is very important, more so than like going forwards, because I think for a lot of people forwards means fast, and fast is rarely a good thing. Unless you're a racer or you're in a jump off, then it's not a good thing. You need impulsion is one of the main things, so you need to keep a contact, but don't keep your contact too much in both reins. So just like relax your contact when you can, push them up into the contact with your leg, and when you feel them sort of rise up a little bit, then sort of relax, and that's their positive reinforcement. This makes no sense. It's much easier to teach people when you can see what they're doing. Should you ride with your leg on all the time? No, I don't think so, in my opinion, because I think that's putting pressure there all the time, and I think that will confuse the horse, because everything we do with them is pressure related, so yeah. Odd question, but how do I get my pony out of an outline? Because she ends up with her head between her legs. So, making them balance, do different things. So, like, small circles and stuff and things like that, maybe. But, to be honest, I would do, like, a sharp, small movement with your hands. I don't mean, like, a get your head up. Like, a slight, come on, and, like, get them to react to that, and then praise them, move them forward, you know, do different exercises so they don't get too bored. How do you deal with the sassiest mare ever? Harriet, I'm thinking you're talking about Harriet. She's a pain in the butt. I love Nero and love seeing him in your videos. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, guys, I will do another 2 minutes. So final questions. How do you warm up at a show? Because it's so crowded, I always end up crashing into people. So there's a general rule of left rein to left rein, but no one ever follows it. So unless you're miles away, like, you've just got to follow your instincts and make sure you dominate. Grab those fences, you know. It's going to be crowded in there. Make sure you shout for fences. So if you're coming around a corner and someone's changing something, be like, Oxer, and then they'll get out of your way, trust me. Congrats on your first live. Thank you. I think it's turned out better than I thought it would be. Could Madge have surgery? She could, but it wouldn't, we've looked into it, and it wouldn't actually get her anywhere really for what she has, and at her age and stuff, it's not going to get her back to competing. It's literally just going to make her hackable, essentially, and she's very happy how she is at the moment, to be honest, so it would be a waste of time, money, and risks for Madge, because obviously with every surgery there's risks, and Madge is a little bit older now. Only a few more minutes, 5 minutes later, literally me. This is what I do with every live though. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I'm like, oh, I'm only going to be here for like 5 minutes, and then like 3 hours later I'm like, okay guys, I think I should leave. Opinion on the perfect first pony. So I think it needs to be something good on the ground, safe. A couple of little small quirks aren't the worst thing. Like if they have a little mini buck here and there, or a little hopper bound, or a little bronc or something. I think things like that are really good to teach you to sit stuff, but you know, it has to be generally safe, something you can enjoy. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go in like 20 seconds, but I love you all. In fact, how do I go? I haven't figured it out. Is it the cross in the corner? I don't know, maybe I won't be able to leave. I don't know how to work the YouTube live system. If it's not the cross in the corner, I could be here for a long time, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this anyway. But yeah. I will see you tomorrow. Or shall I do my outro? And then that'll be really awkward, won't it? Because I'll do my outro and then I won't be able to leave. So let me do the outro. Okay, right. Oh, this is awkward because normally it takes me about 6 tapes to do this in my vlogs. I'm always like doing the awkward outro at the end. Okay, right. Come on, game face on, Kate. Okay. Play the piano. Dun dun. So thank you for watching today's video. You guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the little grey bell if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. That was quite good. I never knew. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow with another vlog. Don't forget, if you want the chance to be mentioned in tomorrow's vlog, I will be doing at least 4 mentions. So comment below in this video, and don't forget to head over to my Instagram. There will be a link in the description below, and comment on my most recent post there. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow with another vlog. Bye! Okay, now it's awkward because I can't turn it off. Oh, God. Right, how does it work? Are you sure you want to... Yes, it's going to work. I love you guys. Bye.